A big problem happens when you start falling under the illusion that all the solutions to your life's problems lies in manifesting. And that is what is going on all over the board. A lot of spiritual manifestation teachers and coaches and gurus, they are coming out and they're sharing this, manifest your ideal life, manifest your boyfriend, manifest your ideal girlfriend, manifest wealth, manifest $1 billion and all of that. And a lot of people are falling for it. And again, I talk about manifestation in my channel myself. In Visit Consciousness, manifestation is definitely a big part of the higher stages of consciousness. But then again, the problem happens when we start thinking that manifesting is the answer to all our problems, because it is not. And when you start falling under that trap, what starts happening is we start devolving. We start going down in consciousness. Our vibration goes down, and instead of ascending to higher stages of consciousness, we start going down into stages of consciousness. And that is pretty much why later a lot of people who have been sold the illusion, oh, manifestation is the answer, that if you are lacking money, just manifest money. If you are lacking a relationship, manifest your ideal husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, whatever, and the ideal lifestyle. And when they manifest it, there is a surge of happiness. There is a surge of gratitude towards the person who helped you deliver it. But then you are lost in this cycle that, oh, I need to keep manifesting things more and more and more, because there's a void within me which thinks that the external things are the cause of my happiness and harmony. And you are never able to piece that puzzle together. And that is why when something goes away in your life, let's say a person leaves you, you are like, oh, I need to manifest them back. Or something happens into your, let's say, financial life, and you're like, I need to make that client come back, or I need to get that, manifest that business. And again, manifesting is not the problem. A lot of you probably are going to be thinking that, oh, this guy is saying manifesting is bad. No, the entire life is a manifestation. The very fact that I'm physically existing in this reality, and this whole physical reality is existing, is a manifestation. So how can manifestation be bad or good when it is the thing that truly exists? That is not the point I'm trying to make here. The point that I'm trying to make is, when as souls we mistake manifestations as answers to our problems, it stops our inner growth. And that is what I want to unpack in today's session. Right? So let's begin. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share is, I have been seeing a lot of people for a long time now who have been, again, like I mentioned, keep telling you, manifest this amount of dollars. You keep seeing these YouTube thumbnails, right? Manifest this amount of dollar. I manifest this amount of money in 4 weeks. All of that is cool. But the more you awaken spiritually, the more you get in touch with your higher self, the more you start prioritizing your inner alignment, the more your intuition becomes stronger, you will start to experience a kind of dissonance the moment you are being sold or led to believe that, you know what, this is what you need to do in order to experience happiness. And again, manifestation is not bad, but that is a band-aid. Let's say you have a bad relationship situation going on, you are going through a divorce, or you are going through a breakup, okay? And what is a band-aid? A band-aid is basically, you do not look into the real wound, do not care about it because the pain is too much or you're just not ready, and somebody comes, an ad comes, a spiritual manifestation guru or coach comes, and he or she says, you know, get your, relationship back together, by doing this technique or that or this method, and you are in such a bad state and bad emotional place, that feels like gold to you. That feels like, yes, my problem is that my relationship is a mess. My problem is that my financial situation is a mess, or my health situation is a mess. And this person is saying that is going to fix it. Why not? Because you think that that problem is the source of your disharmony, and there lies the illusion. There lies the real problem, because you think, oh, the bad relationship is the cause of my disharmony and suffering and sadness and whatever. Then you will of course think that if something can get me that back, then I am going to be happy and satisfied, and and I'm going to be fit and fine again. Life will be all sunshine and rainbows, right? But that is the problem, because many times you will notice, even if you get that back with whatever technique and whatever thing, you will not experience true peace, true harmony, and true alignment. You will live under this constant fear. What if it goes again? Or what if it goes again? What you are essentially trying to do is you are trying to control life. Call it a manifestation technique. But you are trying to control life. You are thinking like, oh, if something happens, I have this technique, I have this method, this visualization or whatever, and I can get whatever I want in my life that I think I want. But you know deep within that is not how it's supposed to be. And you know deep within that that is not how life works. Because you know deep within you do not have control over life. You are not a god. You are the universe, but this is not how universe is supposed to work. There is a deeper sense of misalignment that is going on, that your intuition is going to let you know. Many times it will happen if you get that person back or whatever. Soon enough, you will start to experience the disharmony rising again, and you will start to wonder what is going on. The person is there, everything is there, but my disharmony is not gone. And you will try to fix something again, and you'll try to fix something again until you really probe into it, and you'll find out the real heart of the problem was never outside on those external situation, the person, the whatever. It was always within. And there lies the most important lesson of wizard consciousness. That is, life does not bring you an experience by accident. The universe does not make mistakes. If an experience comes to you, it has not come to you by accident. It has come to you by divine orchestration, by divine design. I'm not saying that you don't do anything about life, that you surrender to everything, you give up. That is not the point. If you have been hearing me in my channel, what I share, you know that is not my point. But what I also mean, that when something happens and you think that is unwanted, or that is something that, you need to just resist and get back to its original state, there lies a big problem. That is because you think that the universe has made a mistake, and you don't need to experience it fully. When a person goes through a negative experience, and instead of doing the inner work, because every time a negative, I never call it a negative experience, because there is no such thing as negative experience. There is just experiences that brings you harmony, and experience that brings you harmony because you are not ready to harmonize it. So I don't like using the term negative, but still, for communication purposes, if I say a negative experience happens to you, which creates disharmony in your state of being, and you are like, you know what, I don't like the disharmony within me that is uprising. I am going to try to fix the external situation so this gets fixed. That is a band-aid. Your wound is not cured. Life tried to give you an experience. That disharmony was the lesson, was that portal, was that growth opportunity that was going to lead you to deeper levels of freedom, expansion, and spiritual growth. You completely chose to avoid it. You bypassed it. You bypassed, or you tried to bypass the spiritual growth. But what happens when you try to bypass your own spiritual growth? You cause yourself devolution. You decelerate your spiritual growth process. It's like, the school is giving you subjects to learn, and you're like, no, I'm not going to learn it. Now, you are not going to become any more intelligent. You're not going to pass the exam, and you're not going to get promoted to the next grade. That is precisely what happens when you think that manifestation is the answer to all your problems. Is manifesting techniques bad? No. I teach manifesting techniques, but I have a distinct difference the way I teach manifestation. I teach soul aligned manifestation. Before I teach my clients and students about manifesting, I take them through deeper integrations and deeper lessons before I go there. I do not teach my clients and students manifestation immediately when they come to me. I'm like, no, you need to learn, you need to go through my wizard initiation program first. I have a 6-week wizard initiation program where I initiate my clients and students into the primary integrations, lessons, understandings, and perceptions and realizations of wizard consciousness they need to have before they can even think of manifesting. Because if they go towards manifesting before they have created their foundation, they are going to fall sooner or later. It's like you're trying to, create a building, build a building which does not have a rock solid foundation. It's going to fall down. Do not do that. I teach my clients through a whole 6-week experience to do inner work. I teach them the lesson of inner harmony. I teach them how to pay attention to their inner alignment, their energy, connect with their intuition, connect with their higher self. Why? Because it is important that you know this. If you do not know what is in alignment with you and not in alignment with your soul, you're going to make choices that is going to take you off your highest timeline, your path of most accelerated soul evolution. That is the biggest sacrifice that you can make. That your own evolution. For what? You are not a limited soul who has come here. You are an infinite soul. You are not this human body. You came here to expand and grow and evolve to higher stages of consciousness. And that is why I teach my students and clients and let them go through the 6-week program first. Teach them inner work, teach them alignment, teach them to connect with their intuition. When they know all of those things, that is when they're ready to make harmonious choices. That is when they're ready to discern between which choice is in alignment with their soul and which choice is not in alignment with their soul. And from that place, when they approach manifestation, it becomes soul aligned manifestation. That is what I call soul alignment, because it is alignment with your soul purpose journey. So let's say to such a person who is an initiate, who knows how to connect with their inner guidance, who know how to pay attention to their alignment, that person, let's say if a problem happens in their life, let's say they are going through a breakup or a financial situation, and now there are options. You can do this, you can do this, you can try to force yourself to manifest, you can do the 3D work to do this, and they have all these options. But they are not going to just choose anything and anything. If somebody, a guru, comes to them and like, do this manifestation techniques, you are going to get your boyfriend back, your husband back, or you get this money back, or make that business happen, they are going to first tune into the vibration of that choice. And they're going to pay attention with their inner guidance system. And if they feel that it does not feel resonant, does not feel aligned, yes, it does promise them the result that their mind thinks that is important, but that soul does not agree, they are not going to make that choice, because they will know that their inner harmony is the most important thing. They are not going to lose their inner harmony, their inner alignment for anything. They're going to back away from those choices, and they're going to make a soul aligned choice. They may choose to not chase after those things at all, not chase after that person, not chase after that relationship, not chase after that, money or business or whatever, but they will allow the experience, the disharmony to process first. They will take the time to do inner work, the shadow work, and they'll process it. And once the disharmony has been harmonized, they will evolve, they will grow, they will become a different and higher vibrational version of themselves. And that is when their inner guidance will again guide them towards the right direction, where they are going to get back, or I wouldn't say get back, they are going to get more of the soul aligned abundance in every area of their life they were supposed to receive. Abundance awaits you in all areas of your life. You do not need to force yourself to manifest those things. You need to just come back in alignment with yourself. Manifestation is good. Manifestation is part of wizard consciousness, but it needs to be done in an aligned way. The most important thing that you can manifest is your inner harmony, is your inner alignment, is your soul purpose journey, your evolution, and your soul expansion. If you focus on manifesting these things, everything that is part of your blueprint, your journey, that needs to act as a reflection, as a tool, as a catalyst for these things will come effortlessly into your life in the most harmonious way. But you need to focus on these things, not the superficial stuff. Right? So that's what I wanted to share. If this has resonated, I would deeply appreciate if you sign up for my newsletters. I share in-depth content, in-depth wisdom on the spiritual awakening journey, very much of what I've shared in this video in my newsletter, sometimes daily, sometimes 3 to 4 times a day with my readers. Sign up for my free Wizard Consciousness newsletters. Link is in the description to receive all my wisdom directly into your inbox, right? And if you have enjoyed this video, then do give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and watch some of my other videos that I've shared on this channel here, right? And I'll see you again soon. And please leave a comment if something has resonated. And yeah, see you again soon.